Welcome back to USA Car Reviews, the channel where we take a deep dive into legendary machines that have defined eras and continued to inspire car lovers around the world. Today, we're stepping back into the mid-80s, a time when American trucks were built tough, simple, and designed to last. Our focus is on a true workhorse, a truck that many enthusiasts still hold close to their hearts, the 1986 Ford F-200 4X4. This truck is more than just steel, rubber, and horsepower. It's a symbol of durability, strength, and classic American engineering that refuses to be forgotten. The mid-1980s was a golden era for pickup trucks. Automakers like Ford, Chevy, and Dodge were locked in an arms race to build the most reliable and capable machines. But Ford had something special going for it with its F-Series lineup. Already the best-selling trucks in America, the F-Series had proven their worth on farms, worksites, and off-road trails. The 1986 Ford F-200 4X4 sat right in the middle of that tradition, delivering power, rugged utility, and enough style to turn heads even today. When you see this truck, the first thing that stands out is its sheer presence. The body design of the 86 model carries the unmistakable boxy lines of the 80s, with squared-off fenders, a bold grille, and solid steel panels that feel like they were built to withstand anything. Unlike the rounded, aerodynamic styling of modern trucks, the F-200 represents an era where toughness was the design language. There's something about those clean, flat lines and chrome accents that immediately bring you back to simpler times. Under the hood, buyers in 1986 had options that made the F-200 versatile for different needs. The standard powerplant was a straight 6, but most buyers who wanted a 4X4 went for the V8S. Engines like the 5.0-liter Windsor or the 5.8-liter V8 provided enough torque to handle towing, hauling, and off-road adventures with confidence. For those who craved even more pulling power, Ford offered the massive 6.9-liter diesel, an engine that delivered reliability for people who wanted to work these trucks hard. Paired with either a 4-speed manual or the optional automatic, the F-200 gave owners flexibility and performance suited to the job at hand. The four-wheel drive system in the 1986 Ford F-200 was no joke. This was a true mechanical 4x4 setup with locking hubs and a transfer case designed for real-world durability. Unlike the push-button systems we see today, engaging four-wheel drive back then required you to step out, lock the hubs, and know exactly when you needed that extra traction. It was raw, mechanical, and deeply satisfying for drivers who enjoyed the hands-on feel of controlling their machine. For farmers crossing muddy fields, hunters heading into the woods, or workers navigating rugged terrain, this truck was the dependable tool they needed. Step inside the cabin, and you'll notice just how different things were compared to today's tech-packed trucks. The 1986 F-200's interior was straightforward and utilitarian, built with durability in mind. Vinyl bench seats were common, though higher trims gave you cloth seating with more comfort for longer drives. The dashboard was clean and simple, with large, easy-to-read gauges. No massive screens, no complicated buttons, just the essentials. Air conditioning, AM/FM radio, and even cassette players were luxuries back then, and owners who had them felt like they were riding in style. Despite its simplicity, there's a charm to the interior of this truck that modern vehicles often lack. It feels honest, with every switch and knob serving a clear purpose. One of the most impressive things about the 1986 Ford F-200 4X4 is how versatile it was. This truck could be anything you needed it to be. For some, it was a farm truck that hauled hay, pulled trailers, and never backed down from a hard day's work. For others, it was an off-road toy, ready to tackle trails, mud, and rocky hills with the confidence only a Ford 4X4 could deliver. And for many, it was simply a daily driver, a family vehicle that combined practicality with toughness. This ability to adapt to so many different roles is part of what has made the F-Series the best-selling truck line in America for over 4 decades. Of course, no truck is perfect, and the F-200 had its quirks. Fuel economy wasn't great, especially with the V8S and the heavy 4X4 system. Rust was also a common enemy, particularly in the fenders, cab corners, and bed. But enthusiasts will tell you that these were small trade-offs for the reliability and durability you got in return. Even today, it's not uncommon to see 1986 F-200 still running strong, a testament to just how well they were built. Now, let's talk about style. The white and blue two-tone paint job on a Ford F-200 from this era is nothing short of iconic. Two-tone trucks defined the 80s, giving workhorses like the F-200 a touch of class. Pair that with chrome bumpers, classic Ford badging, and rugged steel wheels, and you have a truck that looks as good today as it did nearly 40 years ago. Modern restorations of these trucks often lean into this vintage look, bringing them back to showroom condition and reminding us why they became so beloved in the first place. Collectors and enthusiasts today seek out the 1986 Ford F-200 4X4 not just for nostalgia, but because these trucks represent a purity of design that's rare now. They're mechanical, they're honest, and they're built to last. Unlike many modern trucks that are filled with electronics and complicated systems, the F-200 gives you a direct connection to the road and the work you're doing. It's that authenticity that makes it such a rewarding truck to own. Another thing that can't be overlooked is the cultural significance of trucks like the F-200. In the 1980s, pickup trucks were starting to move beyond being just tools. They were becoming lifestyle vehicles, symbols of freedom, adventure, and individuality. Owning a Ford F-200 4X4 meant you were ready for anything, whether that was a tough day's work or a weekend camping trip in the mountains. The rugged styling, the four-wheel drive capability, and the dependable reputation all combined to create an image that resonated with the American spirit. Driving a 1986 Ford F-200 4X4 today is like stepping into a time machine. The steering feels heavier, the ride is rougher compared to modern trucks, and there's no mistaking that mechanical V8 rumble under the hood. But that's exactly what makes it so special. It's not trying to be comfortable, it's not trying to coddle you with technology, it's simply being a truck in the purest sense. And for many people, that's exactly what they want. For those looking to restore or buy one today, the good news is that parts availability remains strong, thanks to the massive popularity of the F-Series. From reproduction panels to engine components, enthusiasts have no trouble keeping these trucks alive. Whether you want to keep it original or upgrade with modern suspension, wheels, and even crate engines, the platform is flexible enough to handle it all. As we wrap up, the 1986 Ford F-200 4X4 stands as more than just a vehicle. It's a symbol of toughness, dependability, and classic American craftsmanship. It embodies an era when trucks were built for real work but had just enough style to make you proud to drive them anywhere. Whether you see it in a pristine two-tone restoration or covered in mud after a hard day on the trail, the F-200 has a presence that refuses to be ignored. It may not be the flashiest, it may not be the most advanced, but it is a truck that earns respect everywhere it goes. Here at USA Car Reviews, we celebrate vehicles like this because they remind us of where we came from and why we fell in love with trucks in the first place. The 1986 Ford F-200 4X4 is not just a machine, it's a legacy. A reminder that sometimes the simplest designs are the ones that last the longest, and that real beauty lies in strength, durability, and timeless style. Thank you for joining us on this journey back to 1986. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more classic trucks and cars brought back to life, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, this is USA Car Reviews, where the past, present, and future of great machines come together.